We try to gather as much as we can about their estate, because the more information we have, the better. What I would say is a high risk or low risk is not necessarily what they think is high risk and low risk, and for good reason. Like, one customer's particular user is a user to us, but to them that could be a VIP in the organization. That could be a very senior person in the organization. That's a high risk person. You know, they could have a server which is a IIS internal web server. What's the avenue of attack to that? It's not a lot, but actually that could do something critical inside the organization that's used for internal reasons. So it's a high value asset to them, but on the face value of it, if I was just looking at it on a form, I would pretty much designate that as possibly a low risk thing. So it's very much like an education piece between us saying, this is what we think is high value. Do you agree? If you don't agree, okay, tell us why. And we learn it. That's how you do it. That's all part of discovery, is trying to understand, because one environment in a bank is not going to be the same as the environment in retail organization, which is not going to be the same in a legal firm, which is not going to be the same in someone who controls CNI, critical national infrastructure. They were all going to be wildly different to each other. It's fundamentally the same technology, but the perceived risk and the perceived thing can be completely different. And it's about understanding that, but also advising and saying, well, look, this is the reason why we think this is high. This is the reason why we think is low. Do you agree? Let's have a conversation. In the cloud, some things last 10 minutes. You know, a server can elastically expand for 15, 20 minutes. Well, we need to make sure that we're targeting that. So it's going in with as much information as possible from the client, but also knowing that this stuff is going to change, this stuff is going to expand. It's its own organism that's going to grow.